The blackness of space stretched in all directions. A small alien scout ship moved slowly toward a blue and white planet. Inside the ship, Captain Varen sat in the command chair. His eyes, dark and sharp, stayed fixed on the view. He had seen many worlds before. Burning deserts, frozen moons, gas giants glowing like lanterns. But this planet was different. It was alive. Oceans glittered under the sunlight. Clouds curled like white smoke. Lights from cities twinkled on the night side. And yet, Varen's heart felt heavy. This was the planet the Galactic Union feared to visit. Not because humans were strong, no, the official record said humans were young, emotional, and divided. But whispers had reached the Union High Council. Whispers about weapons that could burn a city in a single flash, weapons humans had built long before they had even left their own world. Varen was sent to find the truth. The ship's AI spoke in a calm voice. Orbit stable. Ready to begin scan. Varen's claw tapped the console. Search for their military records. Show me their past wars. A screen lit up, showing old human footage, black and white, grainy, shaking from the age of the film. Soldiers marched. Tanks rolled through dusty streets. Then the picture changed, and Varen leaned forward. A strange cloud rose into the sky. A giant mushroom made of fire and smoke. Buildings were gone. Shadows of people burned into the ground. The blast was so bright, the camera turned white. The AI's voice broke the silence. Weapon yield, catastrophic. Destruction radius. Complete city level. This event took place over 100 Earth years ago. Varen's hands tightened. 100 years. And they made this with old technology? More images appeared, another explosion bigger than the first. Massive waves crushing islands. Ships broken like toys. Varen could not understand. Such power, used so long ago? What had they built now? The AI interrupted his thoughts. Incoming transmission from the Galactic Union. The voice of an elder commander filled the cabin. Captain Varen, you are ordered to proceed with first contact. Test the strength of the humans. Measure their reaction. Varen's jaw tightened. Test them? If these records are real, even testing could be dangerous. The commander's voice was cold. Your mission is clear. We must know if the rumors are true. Begin immediately. The transmission ended. Varen turned back to the planet. From here it looked peaceful, like a dream world. Children were probably playing in green fields. Families were eating warm meals. Birds flew over blue lakes. And yet, somewhere, hidden under all that beauty, were weapons so powerful they could erase entire worlds. He whispered to himself, if this is true, they are monsters hiding behind smiles. The scout ship adjusted its course, moving closer to Earth. The test had begun. The alien scout ship slid quietly into Earth's upper atmosphere. Its hull shimmered, bending light around it, invisible to human eyes and machines. At least that was what Varen believed. He ordered his crew of silent drones to spread out. Scan the surface. Look for weapons. Look for defenses. The first drone dipped lower over wide deserts. Nothing unusual. The second passed over endless forests. Still nothing. But the third drone stopped. On Varen's screen, a massive gray structure appeared. Flat runways, tall towers, rows of strange flying machines with swept wings. Humans were moving quickly on the ground, loading them with long, sharp objects. The AI spoke. Analysis complete. Location: military airbase. Weapons: high-yield missiles. Quantity: excessive. The image zoomed out. Base after base appeared across the planet, thousands of them. Missiles on land. Missiles hidden under oceans. Missiles in the sky. Varen's brow furrowed. These are enough to destroy my home world 10 times over. But something made him pause. The AI highlighted recent combat data. Observation: humans have not used these weapons in major wars for many decades. Varen leaned back. They keep them ready, but never use them? It didn't make sense. In the galaxy, a species with power always used it. But humans seemed to choose restraint. His thoughts were interrupted by a sudden alarm. One of the drones was caught in a strange beam of light from the ground. The AI's tone sharpened. Warning. Detection signal confirmed. Humans are scanning our drone. Varen's eyes widened. Impossible. The stealth tech was Union's most advanced. No primitive species could see it. And yet, on the human radar screen, the alien drone's shape was clear. Varen gave the order quickly. Pull back. Stay above the cloud layer. But before the drone could escape, something shot from the ground. A human missile, moving faster than anything Varen had ever seen. Passed the drone by only meters before exploding in the sky. The drone's systems went dark. Silence filled the bridge. Varen's claws tapped the armrest slowly. They saw us, and they missed on purpose. The thought sent a chill through him. Humans were not only capable of detecting his stealth, they were showing restraint again. Cliffhanger. The AI spoke softly, almost like it feared the answer. Captain, if they can do this without leaving their own planet, what will they do if we threaten them directly? Varen stared at the blue curve of Earth below. We're going to find out. The scout ship moved into the shadow of the moon, hidden from Earth's view. Captain Varen stood in silence, watching the blue planet through the main screen. He had his orders. The Union wanted proof, and proof required risk. Prepare the meteor simulation, Varen commanded. At once, one of his drones released a large chunk of rock into space. Artificial engines pushed it toward Earth. On human scanners, it would look like a real asteroid, big enough to destroy a city. The AI confirmed. Trajectory locked. Impact in 12 Earth minutes. Varen crossed his arms. This will test their speed. If they react slowly, they are no threat. Minutes passed. On the screen, the rock moved closer. Clouds swirled far below. The cities were still glowing like small stars. Then it happened. Ping. Detection signal from Earth. Object identified. The AI reported. Varen leaned forward. How long? The AI hesitated. 3 seconds after exposure. 3 seconds. That was all humans needed to see the danger. Suddenly, from a distant coastline, a thin silver trail rose into the sky. So fast the cameras struggled to follow it. The human missile shot upward, splitting into smaller parts mid-flight. Varen's eyes widened. They are targeting weak points on the rock. The fragments hit almost at the same time. The rock exploded into dust before it could even touch the atmosphere. Reaction time, under 12 seconds. The bridge was silent, except for the faint hum of the ship. Varen finally spoke. No hesitation, no warning. They acted like they've done this before. The AI's voice was low. Possibility. They are always ready for attack. Varen thought about the destroyed drone, the untouched missile bases, the fact they never used their biggest weapons in war. These were not signs of weakness. They were signs of control. A new order flashed across the console from the Union High Council. Proceed with next test. Force direct military engagement. Varen stared at the message for a long moment. Direct engagement, he whispered. Slowly, a thin smile crossed his face. This will be dangerous. The scout ship's engines roared softly as it began moving toward the Pacific Ocean. Somewhere down there, a human Navy fleet was waiting, and Varen was about to knock on their door. The Pacific Ocean stretched below, endless and dark. Waves rolled under silver moonlight, but far beneath the surface, machines of war moved like silent predators. Captain Varen's ship hovered high above the water. The target was in sight. A human Navy destroyer, cutting through the waves with quiet power. It looked small compared to Union warships, but Varen knew size was not always strength. Still, this was only a test. He wanted to see how fast humans could respond to an unknown threat. Activate stealth approach, he ordered. The ship descended, silent as shadow. Sensors swept over the destroyer. Dozens of humans were on deck, moving without panic, as if nothing in the world could surprise them. Varen smirked. They have no idea we are here. The AI interrupted him. Warning. We have been detected. Varen froze. That's not possible. The AI showed him the destroyer's radar display. His ship's position was marked perfectly, as if he had turned off stealth completely. Before Varen could react, the destroyer's weapons turned. Massive guns rotated toward the sky. Something deep inside the ship prepared to fire. Incoming lock-on signal, the AI said sharply. Energy readings suggest, if they fire, we will not survive. For a heartbeat, Varen considered staying to test their resolve. But every instinct screamed to retreat. Pull back. Now! The ship shot upward, engines burning bright. But as they climbed, Varen caught sight of something in the water. A sudden flash, then a trail of bubbles racing upward. A missile erupted from beneath the ocean, piercing the night sky. It was not aimed at them, but at a test target miles away. The detonation was enormous. The shockwave rippled through the air and water, shaking Varen's ship even at a safe distance. He gripped the armrest, eyes wide. That was only a test shot. The AI's tone was almost reverent. Captain, if that weapon had been aimed at us, we would already be gone. Varen looked back down at the destroyer. The humans had not chased him. They had not fired at him. They had simply shown him what they could do. And in that silent message, Varen understood something. The humans didn't need to prove their power. They already knew it. Cliffhanger. The AI spoke quietly. Do you wish to continue the mission, Captain? Varen didn't answer. He only stared at the ocean below, where monsters far greater than his fleet were waiting. The scout ship drifted high above the planet, hidden once more. Captain Varen sat in silence, his claws tapping the console. The destroyer's quiet show of strength still echoed in his mind. But now he needed answers. AI, he ordered, connect to their data networks. Search their history. Show me how they learned to fight. The ship's systems hummed. Streams of human data appeared across the screens. Billions of files, videos, pictures, and records. The AI began sorting them, pulling out wars, battles, and weapon tests. Varen watched in silence as human history unfolded. There were armies with swords and shields. There were black powder cannons thundering across fields. Then came tanks, fighter planes, and bombs that turned nights into days. But then came the images that made even Varen's battle-hardened mind pause. Huge fireballs rose into the sky, boiling clouds into strange shapes. Cities disappeared in blinding flashes. Shadows of people burned onto walls. The air shimmered with heat so intense, it melted metal. The AI spoke quietly, as if afraid to disturb the moment. Event identified. Name Hiroshima. Year 1945. Weapon type nuclear. Death count extreme. Another image replaced it. Another explosion. Another city gone. Event Nagasaki. Same year. Second nuclear strike. Varen leaned back in his chair. These were used in a war against their own kind? The AI confirmed. Yes. Target species, human. Conflict ended immediately after. More data appeared, the Cold War. Thousands of nuclear weapons built. Entire silos hidden underground. Missiles placed on ships, in planes, even in space. But none of them fired in war again. Varen's voice was low. They built enough weapons to destroy themselves many times, and then they stopped using them. The AI offered an analysis. Possible reason: mutual destruction. Victory in such a war would be meaningless. There would be nothing left to rule. Varen's eyes narrowed. They learned that real power is in choosing not to strike. He felt a chill, deeper than any he had known in battle. The Galactic Union saw humans as young and reckless. But the truth was different. Humans had already faced the end of their world, and they had stepped back from the edge. Before Varen could think more, a new message flashed from the Union High Council. Captain, prepare for full invasion test. Engage human forces directly. Measure total resistance. Varen stared at the order. His hands tightened. They still think humans are prey. He looked back at the blue planet below. His voice a whisper only the AI could hear. They have no idea what kind of predator they are about to face. The stars shifted as a massive shadow filled the view. From deep space, the Galactic Union fleet emerged, hundreds of warships, each bristling with weapons. Their engines burned like small suns as they took position beyond Earth's moon. In the center of the fleet, a transmission flashed onto Varen's screen. The Union High Commander appeared, tall, armored, and cold. "Captain Varen," the commander said, "your scans confirm the humans have weapons, but their technology is primitive. They will surrender when they see our strength." Varen's claws tightened on the console. "With respect, Commander, you are wrong. They will not surrender. And if we fight them, we will not win." The commander's eyes narrowed. "Explain." "They avoid war because it would be too easy to win," Varen said slowly. "Not for us, for them." A wave of laughter rippled through the other officers on the call. The commander leaned forward. "You speak as if they are gods." Varen met his gaze. "No, not gods. Just predators who learned that killing everything is bad for the hunt." The commander's tone grew sharp. "Enough. The council has voted. The invasion begins. You will lead the forward scout." Varen's chest felt heavy. He had faced entire armadas before, but never with this kind of dread. "Commander, if you attack them, you may start a war that ends more than just Earth." The commander's voice turned cold. "We are the Galactic Union. No primitive race has ever defeated us." The transmission ended. Orders streamed into Varen's console: flight paths, target zones, engagement rules. The fleet moved into position like a dark wall across the stars. From his vantage point, Varen saw Earth below, calm, unaware of the shadow gathering above. But he couldn't shake the feeling that the humans knew. The AI broke the silence. "Captain, new readings. Earth satellites are shifting position. Orbital stations powering up." Varen's eyes widened. "They've seen us," the AI confirmed. Multiple human defense systems now locked on the fleet. And then, without warning, every Union warship received the same signal, a transmission that cut through all their secure channels. A human voice, calm and firm, spoke in perfect galactic common. "Leave, or be erased." The human voice echoed through every alien warship. It was calm, controlled, not a threat shouted in fear, but a statement of fact. "Leave, or be erased." On the bridge of his scout ship, Captain Varen stood frozen. The voice faded, but its weight hung in the air like a storm cloud. The Union fleet did not respond. Dozens of alien captains waited for orders. The High Commander's voice finally cut through the silence. "Ignore it. Advance." Engines roared. The fleet began moving toward Earth. Then, the humans answered. From the darkness of space, shapes emerged, satellites the aliens had mistaken for harmless debris. But now, panels opened, and weapons unfolded like the claws of a predator. The AI's voice trembled. "Captain, these are orbital platforms. Power levels, extreme." Before Varen could reply, hundreds of missile locks appeared on his display. Not just from the satellites, but from Earth's surface, from submarines hidden deep in oceans, even from aircraft high in the atmosphere. Every alien ship in the fleet was targeted at the same time. The High Commander barked orders to raise shields, but Varen saw the truth. If the humans fired now, no shield would matter. A second human transmission came through. This time, the voice was sharper. "Final warning." The Union fleet froze. Even the most arrogant captains felt it. That cold pressure in the chest, the instinct every predator knows when it meets something more dangerous than itself. Varen broke the silence. "Commander, if they fire, we will not have time to surrender." For a long moment, no one spoke. Then, the High Commander gave the only order possible. "Retreat." Engines powered down. Ships turned away from Earth, their formation breaking apart. Slowly, the massive fleet slipped back into the darkness of space. On his bridge, Varen sat quietly, staring at the blue planet on the screen. It looked peaceful again, almost innocent. But he knew better. He opened a private log, recording his final report to the Union. "Humans are not a threat because they lack power. They are not peaceful because they fear war. They avoid war because for them victory would be too easy. If they ever choose to fight, it will not be a battle. It will be an ending. The log ended. Varen closed his eyes and whispered, "Let us pray." They never changed their mind. The scout ship turned and followed the retreating fleet, leaving Earth untouched, but forever marked in alien memory as the one planet no sane invader would ever challenge.